Okay, hello and welcome to On the Couch with Steve. This is a podcast where we help you navigate the often complex world of buying, selling and renting real estate. I'm Steve Athanates. I'm the owner of NG Real Estate here in Ipswich. Today I'm flying solo, as you can see. Now, the reason I decided to film this podcast in particular is I wanted to give you an update of what the Ipswich real estate market's doing in March 2023. We obviously talked about this in some length going back towards the end of 2022, and we had all sorts of predictions about what might happen with real estate over the coming 3 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a regular part of my podcast where I'll give you an update every single month. We'll talk about how many properties we've listed, how many properties we've sold, the dollar value of those Ipswich properties that we've sold, and we'll also talk about, because I think it's just as equally as important, we'll talk about what's happening in the rental market. So, is there more supply coming into the market? What's happening with rental prices? Are they going up, down, or stabilizing? So I think there's going to be something for everyone in this little segment. So without further ado, what happened in March 2023 in Ipswich real estate for NG Real Estate Ipswich? We actually had a cracking month. We listed 66 properties in 31 days. So basically, you can all do the maths. We're listing at least 2 properties every single day. Consequently, we're selling almost 2 properties every single day. And in March 2023, we sold 56 Ipswich properties with a total combined value of, here we go, just checking my notes, $33.8 million worth of Ipswich real estate. So to all my team, big round of applause, massive effort. To our sellers, a massive thank you. To all our buyers, congratulations. You deserve those beautiful homes. So in terms of how that's tracking over what's happened over the last 3 months, house prices haven't stopped in terms of, they've stopped going up. The best news is that they haven't started to go down. I just saw an article where Ipswich has been rated the #1 destination in Queensland for property investors. It was a study done by realestate.com, and it was based on the fact that Ipswich house prices have only dropped 0.1% over the last 6 months, which is really unheard of. Areas like the Sunshine Coast, anywhere between 4 and 6%. So Ipswich is the best performing location in Queensland. Yes, you heard that right here on the Couch with Steve. So for all the investors out there, great time to buy. Your money is very safe and secure. All right, so for potential buyers looking to come into this market, what does it mean for you today? Okay, I guess if anything, you should feel confident in this market. Property prices are stable. Okay, they're not rising exponentially, so you're not overpaying. They're not dropping, so your investment is secure in the Ipswich real estate market. For sellers, what does that mean? Okay, pretty much the same thing. It's a great time to come to market. Over the last 18 months, Ipswich house prices have risen somewhere in the vicinity of 30%. The good news for you is they've only dropped 0.1% in a marketplace where in Sydney they dropped anywhere up to 15 to 17%. Here in Ipswich, they've only dropped 0.1%. So a great time for sellers to sell. Give our amazing team of salespeople a call. We'd love to be able to help you. For tenants, and again, massively important because there's a lot of people out there that are affected in this market. What's happening in the rental market? I'm happy to say that supply is actually starting to increase. There is more stock available in that rental market. So what we're actually starting to see is some of the prices of rentals are starting to soften. So that's right. Again, you heard it here on the Couch with Steve. Some rental prices are actually starting to drop. Okay, so in some areas we have got an oversupply of new housing. So in that sort of Ripley, South Ripley, sometimes Deebing Heights, where there's been a lot of new home construction, those properties, there's a lot that's come on the market, and properties are probably starting to sit, and we're now having to see some owners reduce rents slightly in order to fill the properties. So for tenants, there's some good news for you. In the coming months, we're obviously going to talk a lot about what's happening with interest rates, what's happening with inflation, what's happening with unemployment, because these are all factors which affect the housing market. So whether you're buying, selling, or renting, there's something that's going to be of interest for every single one of you. So probably at this point in time, that's really what I wanted to talk about for today. So I'm going to thank you for tuning in. Now to hear and see more of On the Couch with Steve, make sure you subscribe below here. Okay, we'd love to get your feedback. So if you have any opinions about what I've discussed today, I'm more than happy for you to obviously log on and share your thoughts on our socials. So at this point in time, I'm going to sign off. Stay tuned for more with On the Couch with Steve.